Hi, Matt with eTrailer. If you have a 2024 Jeep Grand Wagoneer and you're looking for a carrier that's going to be able to transport your skis from point A to point B, but your skis have some taller bindings on them and you need something that's going to help lift it up so you don't make contact with your roof, then the Yakima FatCat Evo ski and snowboard carrier is going to be a great option for you. So let's check it out. What's nice about ski carriers is trying to store your skis inside your vehicle isn't going to be ideal because one, they typically have some sharp edges, so you're tear up the interior of your vehicle and they're going to have a lot of dirt and grime on them that you don't want inside. Now you could use a hitch-mounted cargo carrier to put it on the back of your vehicle, but a lot of times they're going to be closer to the ground and that doesn't give me that much peace of mind, and they're going to be pretty long and pretty large. So putting it on top of your roof is going to be a little bit more ideal since it's going to be in the same footprint. Now the one we have today is going to have really be built for 4 skis or 2 snowboards, but you can get it in a larger size that carries 6 skis. But they're both going to work the same way. You just walk over here and press this button on the very front of it. And this is a large enough button where it's going to be easy enough to use even if you have larger mittens or gloves on. You also notice I do have a lock core in the very front of it. That's just going to give us extra security so no one can come by and take your skis. I will say this is a little bit of a reach, especially if you got a lot of clothing on. That's going to be kind of difficult to get to. With the Grand Wagoneer, you will have some running boards built into it, so it'll make this process a little bit more manageable. It's still going to be a bit of a reach, so if you're a little bit shorter, you might not be able to grab this. And even I'm kind of struggling a little bit to grab this now. So if you don't want to, then I'd recommend checking out the Grip ski and snowboard carrier, because that's going to have some trays built into it that you pull out, so I don't have to step that up there. I can just simply grab on the side of it and take it off. And with the carrier opened up, you'll notice we're going to have some rubber molding on the inside. That rubber molding is really just to protect your skis and keep them in the same place so they're not sliding around. And when I close this up, you'll notice there's multiple hooks here. That's for different thicknesses of skis, so it can accommodate a range. You notice that lock core there too, like I said earlier. This also uses the same key system, or you can get it keyed alike with other Yakima gear. And beneath that, we're going to have our clamp and the way this is held in place, and this is actually pretty unique. So the way this works is you're going to have this rubber strap that wraps all the way around, feels pretty sturdy. I like it because it doesn't take up much room, and secures here at the top. You'll notice it doesn't have any lock cores though, but it doesn't need it because this lock core also locks this in place. Reason being is if I open this up, I'll have a lever on the inside right here. You can actually detach it if need be. And that lever, if you tighten it down, actually tightens a hook on top of your clamp. So in theory, if you have this closed up and locked up, no one will be able to open this up. But let's also get a measurement to see how this is going to sit on top of your roof. So the measurement I'm going to get is going to be the total height it adds. That's going to be roughly 4.5 inches, just in this more down position. Really, that's not going to be too much. What I'd also recommend doing is just taking the total height of your vehicle, your roof rack, and your ski carrier so you know what areas you can make it under. Anywhere like a garage. Now this does have a higher position because, like I said, if you have any skis with taller bindings, you can actually raise the back end because it has a ski lift riser on it to accommodate those other types of skis. But that will sit up by a few more inches. And typically I would normally get a measurement underneath of how that strap is working, but since it is so thin, I'm not going to get that today, so it shouldn't really impede anything else. In my opinion, I think this is a great option, especially if you do have those skis with taller bindings. Now, if you have more standard type skis, then I'd recommend going with more of the Grip, just because how high this vehicle is, especially if you have this in a higher position. Because right now, we have our vehicle in the lowest position since it does have airbags in it, so you can raise and lower your vehicle. So that's definitely something to consider when you are installing these. But that was just a look at the Yakima FatCat Evo ski and snowboard carrier on top of our 2024 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.